Hello guys and welcome to episode 30 of the TWIT or TWIT. This episode is Christmas Came Early because the Exalted Truth was available to a lot of people and there was a bug where you could farm it all week. I got roll personally. I've been using it almost at 1,000 kills and I've been having a really good time with it. Anyway, to start off the week, we got World's First, which was nice. It was nice to be able to get that. I think that was my 11th, either my 11th or my 10th World's First. I think my 11th actually ever. I mean, I know it's for a lot of people, there's tons of people that like when we get it, there's a tons of like don't care, no one cares, like all that type of shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of the only things that there is to really go for in the game for a PvP player. And I don't know, it's just something I look forward to every week. And to all those people that say those things, I mean, I just don't know why you comment if no one cares. Like why you take time out of your day to comment. I appreciate your impressions and interactions. And thank you. Please keep it up. I appreciate the continued support. Anyway, moving on to the weapons for the week. We had Dead Man's Tail at number 1. I'm actually looking at this as I'm recording it. So Dead Man's Tail was number 1. Not surprised about that. Dead Man's Tail and No Time to Explain were the top 2 weapons, and then Rose and then Exile or Exalted Truth. So I mean, I actually kind of like that shakeup a little bit. Obviously I would prefer hand cannons to be like at the top. I don't mind it, honestly. Like, I enjoy the fact that pulses and pulses and scouts like DMT and No Time to Explain, which honestly I don't even know if I can classify them as like a pulse or scout. They're such big outliers in their archetypes that it's like I don't even know if I want to classify it as that archetype, because that archetype is good, but it's not No Time to Explain or Dead Man's Tail good, you know? Like, they are huge outliers for a reason. And you know, it's not like, for example, whereas like Rose and Exalted Truth, those guns, I feel Exalted Truth and Rose, the reason that those were things that popped up in the top 5 is because they're new, you know, and it's not because they're like, oh my god, they're fucking just ridiculous. We have weapons like DMT and No Time to Explain that have literally been in the game for like years. Not years. Well, I think No Time to Explain at this point, yeah, it's been in the game for years. It came out in Beyond Light. I don't remember I think Beyond or DMT came out in, I think Season of the Chosen, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but I know DMT has been out for a bit, and those guns are at the top, and it's not because they're new. It is because they are very good, and they are meta. And I guess DMT, for example, did receive a buff, so that's probably why you're seeing more people use it, but it's also because, like, DMT and No Time arguably have almost consistently been some of the best primary weapons in the entire game, and some of the easiest primary weapons to use at that. For example, DMT, I don't even know the functionality of DMT exactly at the moment. To my knowledge, they increased the size of the hitboxes for like the headshot, and for No Time to Explain, they gave it Feeding Frenzy, you know, like, and it already has, you know, you get bullets back when you hit headshots. After 10 headshots, you get a little arc buddy that like has wall hacks and is just absolutely juiced. The ASU of fucking arc buddies just going crazy, and I don't know, it's such a crazy weapon. And like, I don't know, I kind of hope that they nerf it a little bit, like maybe take away the fact that you get ammo when you hit headshots. Like, it has Feeding Frenzy already. Like, does it really? I don't know. There's just so many things good about it. And typically with exotics, that's why you see them at the top, is because they have so many things good about them that it's like there's no cons almost. Like, what are the cons of using No Time to Explain in terms of like it being a exotic weapon, you know, or like it being a weapon in general? Like, in terms of its archetype, like it just like exceeds every weapon in its archetype significantly, and it's just absolutely crazy. And I don't know. Onto the other weapons. I put a lot of time talking about DMT and No Time. Once again, we have Rose, Exalted Truth. I had a lot of fun using that hand cannon. Had a really good time. Had, I think, about 800 kills this weekend with it. Really enjoyed that a lot. And we have Drang. I don't even have that personally. I've never even used a Drang because it's not really something that's too great on mouse and keyboard. What I've heard, at least, like, it's not the best. So don't have Beloved either. Beloved was number 6, I think. Yeah, number 6. Peace of Mind, number 7. The Messenger, number 8. Matador 64, number 9. Hey, look at that. I think I don't remember the last time we've seen a shotgun that wasn't like chaperone in the top 10, but at number 9 we got the Matador 64, and I'm not surprised about that either, because Matador is obtainable right now, and it's precision frame shotgun, and it's potentially the best shotgun in the game, given that it is obtainable compatible and that it is a precision, because precision shotguns pellet spreads are just so good right now. And I like that. Personally, I enjoy the fact that they're so good. So I have a really good roll. I'm probably going to make a video on the Fractifist I've been using. I have an idea for the thumbnail already. I won't spoil it, but I have a really good idea that will kind of be playing off of the previous thumbnail I made for the Wastelander video that I made. That actually is my most viewed video ever. What is it? Let me see the title. The Shoddy is so good it replaced my Fractifist. We're gonna continue that saga, as it were. But that's nice to see a shotgun. I don't know, perhaps I'm being too optimistic, but with what we've heard from the Firing Range podcast with Fallout, Drewski, Cool Guy, and Cammy Cakes, what we heard from the devs on there, I'm hopeful for the future in terms of PvP. But at the same time, I understand that this game is, you know, it's never going to be competitive. It's always going to be what it is, and you just kind of have to live with that. But I think the Sandbox team is realizing the errors of their ways in terms of the airborne effectiveness, at least. And, you know, that's great, man. I don't know. I'm hopeful. There's some other things that I'm not so sure about, like I don't know, not to wander too much on topics, but the competitive rework I don't think was ultimately a good thing. Actually, I said it would be, or I thought it was, but looking at it now, 2 weeks into the season, I'm not so sure about that anymore. And I think even if they add like cosmetics and stuff, I don't see it being better, because I think they've really killed the replayability of it a lot. Like adding a Rose hand cannon is nice, but I'm not gonna lie, like that and the Valor, let me not forget about the 1.5x Valor XP boost. That's like nice too, but like it's just not enough, and it sucks that it's not enough, and I hope that they look to improve it in the future. I'm not sure if it's big on their priority list, but I don't know. Player population as I'm looking at this video, or as I'm recording this video, which is at 11:42 p.m. on Monday, after I just got done playing with the wonderful Grenader Jake. Had a good day of carries with him. It's at 25k, and I feel like the player population, perhaps, I don't know, I just feel like it hasn't been very high, and I expected it to be a lot higher under the circumstances we're undergoing right now. It's like just before Christmas. Perhaps people are working, I don't know, but it's just before Christmas, and you know, the hand cannon, there's a glitch to farm the hand cannon, and it's the hand cannon. Like, this is the first time ever that they have given us a new weapon on the first week of the trials for the new season, and I can't help but feel like that's because we have Christmas next week, and they don't want to release the Christmas or the hand cannon on holidays when they know people are gonna, you know, they are gonna be busy doing family stuff. Like, you know, that I feel like that's pretty normal. Me personally, I'm on Christmas, I'm pretty at least on my birthday, I know I'm going to be streaming, because I don't really celebrate holidays myself personally, but I understand that most people do. So, and I have celebrated holidays just as I've gotten older. I say older as I'm like 21 right now, but as I've gotten older, I just don't really feel the need to, or like, I don't know. As a kid, it was something I felt like I needed to experience because everyone else was experiencing it, but as an adult, I just don't give a fuck. So anyway, move on to talking about trials once again. I ultimately had a good time this week. One thing I haven't mentioned is that Flawless Pool was not active the entire weekend, and I liked it a lot, but I seen a lot of mixed reviews. Like, I seen a lot of people in my chat that were like, God fucking damn it, the fucking sweats are not gonna let me get my hand cannon now, fucking Bungie, because Flawless Pool wasn't active. And I mean, I don't know, if you feel that way, that's okay. It's okay. You're entitled to feel that way and like have that opinion. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments below if you did feel that way. If you felt like, or if you actually could not go flawless this week because Flawless Pool was not active. And if that was a negative thing for you, because for me personally, I had a great time. You know, like it was nice to not match like the same people over and over again. It was nice to not have long queue times. It was nice to not match people like across the fucking planet, like in Europe and like Australia and like Germany and shit. Like, it was nice. It was nice to match people close to me, have quick queue times, and it was just nice. I don't know. I had a good time with it, but I understand a lot of you probably didn't, and that's probably why the player pop is so down. I feel like the time you see the player population at its highest typically is when it's solo queue, and that's because all of the people that like don't have teams or don't like playing with people or just want to play alone or just want to have an easy time getting to the lighthouse, like that's their best opportunity, is freelance and Flawless Pool, you know. And I don't know, it's always nice to hear from everyone's perspective, because I don't know, for me, I'm of the mind that everyone's opinion matters. Like, even if your opinion is like fuck me, I guess, like me personally, that's cool, like that's your opinion. I'm sorry you feel that way. But But, you know, just because, you know, you're a 0.6 or like you're not the greatest player in Destiny or at Destiny, that doesn't mean your opinion doesn't matter to me personally. I still think your opinion's valid. Like, everyone comes from a different perspective and background, has all different types of thoughts and ideas about things, different ways they rationalize things, and it's nice to hear and like get that feedback so I can like internalize that and kind of have that in my head when I'm talking about things. Because obviously, you know, I have my perspective, but I also know there's all different types of perspectives. So make sure to let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this week and why, and if you didn't, let me know why too, why you didn't enjoy it. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Love you all very much. Thank you guys for the support. We're getting close to 25K on YouTube. If you haven't already, please make sure to sub, like, comment, all that, as it helps me out a lot. I'd love to hit 25K before the end of the year and start the new year off on the hunt for 50K. So we are like less than 2,000 subs away, like 1,300 subs away from 25K. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys can help me out with that. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.